Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you receive this message. It's lovely YG, your friendly tarot reader, here to read for you. It's like 3 in the morning my time, and I just been restless the last couple hours, and my brain just kept telling me, work, do some work. And I'm like, no, it's break time, it's nighttime, go to sleep. But you give the messages when you get the messages, and I did not feel like this was a comment type message. I felt like I needed to grab my cards and talk, so here we are. All right, you have some type of relationship drama going on. You're not communicating with your person. You're communicating and you feel like you're talking to a wall. Promises are made and then they're not being kept. You're feeling a little frustrated right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with feeling frustrated. This person has so many ideas on things you guys can do together, but they have this issue with follow through. Excuse me. I don't know if they feel like they can't provide you with the type of entertainment that you desire, if they feel like they're boring, they feel like what they have to bring to the table is not as substantial as what you bring to the table. And you're like, bro, sis, I don't care. I really like you. I like you. I'll figure it out because I like you. This connection is going to move very quickly. Like, I love you is going to get said so fast, and it's not even going to be questioned. It's just going to be like, yeah, I know. I love you too. I don't know why, but I do already. Like, second date, I love you. And it's not because you guys, you're stupid or immature or you don't have emotional intelligence or the maturity to understand what love is. You guys have both gone through a lot and you just, kind of thing. Right now, your person, your person may be dealing with some co-parenting issues. Their past person doesn't want you around their children, doesn't want them around the children, does want them around the children, is using the kids to hold them hostage in a connection. It's a lot of different things going on. But at the end of the day, kids are being used as leverage to keep your person away from you. Your person is changing passwords, deleting their GPS, like everything they can to protect you right now, they're doing. You may not see it, but they are doing everything they can to protect you from this past person who is envious of the potential of your connection. It's not even what's actually happening or what is occurring in the present moment, but what could possibly happen. This person is so insecure and traumatized by past situations that they're just like, oh, it's not fair that this person's gonna get happily ever after and I didn't get it with you. And it's like, but maybe you're supposed to be getting it with someone else. You're not even giving it a chance because you're holding on to this person to keep someone else from being happy instead of working on you being happy. And I'm sorry, person of my collective's person. Let go. for you, not for them, for you, because you have a happily ever after. You just have to focus on your happily ever after and not on taking someone else's because it looks good to you. Because to them, it may have been a lot of work and a lot of progress to get to the point that they're at. Like, it didn't come easily. It wasn't some fly-by-night, quickly occurring situation. No, this took time. It took effort. It took them unveiling themselves and relearning themselves to become the partner they are for their person. You can't just step into that. You can't just, and there it is. Now, your person is realizing that you stepping back gave them a fresh perspective on everyone in their life. And it's like, okay, it's actually started comparing you in a good way to people. Like, if this person doesn't show up like my person does, then that person's not really there for me. If this person doesn't listen to me like my person does, and this person's not caring the way that my person does. And in these realizations, they're starting to see you finally for all that you've done for them and how you've been there for them and cared for them and loved them and even shielded them at times. Like, you were the person they always said they wanted to be with. They just didn't want it to be you. They wanted all the aspects that you bring to the table, but they wanted them in a different person. And they tried to force that person or people to become more like you because they were searching for you, but they were like blinded to who you were. It's like, you don't know what you got till it's gone. Like, they did not realize how much you gave to their life, to their very existence in this world until you stepped away. This person is going to come back and they're going to be offering terms of peace. I will go to therapy. I will take you out once a week. I will crank it up in the bedroom. I will start going to family functions. Like, whatever they weren't doing, they're going to start doing, or at least promising they're going to do. Now, beware, for a lot of you, this is love bombing. This person's going to come in, say all the right things, and then realize they can't meet the standards they set for themselves, and they'll step back. And then they'll come in and try it for a moment, and then they'll step back. And so you have to decide if that's a cycle you want to continue to be in. Because yes, this person is presenting themselves as a new identity, a new entity. But the habit of being in cycles, they have not broken. That is all they know how to do, is do something and break it and then start over. They know A and B. There's no C for them. And while you've been sitting here stressing on this and overwhelming yourself with them getting their shit together, you haven't been sleeping. Your sleep is discombobulated, disjointed. It ain't happening. It ain't hitting the way it needs to hit. If you need to take a day, if you have pets, ask someone to watch your pets for you. You've got kids, ask someone to watch your kids. And do what you need to do so you can sleep the day through. You're never going to catch up on your sleep. There's no such thing as catching up on your sleep. You missed out on your sleep, you missed out on your sleep. But you can catch up on rest. Downtime where your body can just work on itself while you are not focused on anything but reading a book, watching some TV, crocheting, sanding, pottering, resin art, whatever you need to do to relax so that your brain will calm down so you can lay down, do it. And don't forget to drink water. Like, that is a really, really, really fundamental part of thinking clearly, is being hydrated. You and your person are marrying each other. Neither of you guys are sleeping well, thinking heavily about each other, missing each other. But until they get whatever this barrier is out of the way, you guys are not going to connect. You're not making any extra steps towards them. You've done your part, and now you're just waiting. And they're lazy. They really want you to do all the work. And it's not because they don't see the steps that need to be taken. It's they don't think they're capable of taking them. They feel like you'll do it better, so you should do it. And you're like, you need to show me that you want this too. So put forth some effort. Whoever their past person is, their past person, I'm saying their, but it could be one of your past people too. They are indulging in spiritual practices that they think you're indulging in. They believe they know the path that you're on, and so they are petitioning, praying, bribing, trying to connive a way to get you out of the spotlight, out of the blessings of your deities. And transferring it to them, or at least just getting it away from you. Like, you have blessings coming and they don't want you to have them. Anyone in the world have them besides you. For whatever reason, they need you to be miserable. They need you to be stuck, stagnant, desolate. Because then them at their lowest, they will still feel higher than you. The people you've separated from, you did so because you felt something was off. You felt the disconnect. And so you started making moves that were leading you towards this new person, this person who's going to be supportive and protective and your biggest cheerleader, and they're going to bring laughter and joy to your life in ways that you never thought possible. And you have these people sabotaging you so that you couldn't be the best person that you need to be for your future person. Because if you are feeling doubtful and you have low self-esteem and you're not taking care of yourself physically or mentally or emotionally, you're not going to feel prepared to be in a connection. You're like, no, I'm too broken. I can't do this. Unless you're broken enough to where you feel like you need to find someone to fix you, and that's a different type of broken, and you know what? You need some therapy. Like, the level of self-love you have, people underestimate because it's not packaged the way they see self-love is packaged. They think self-love means taking yourself out on dates and going to spas and buying expensive clothes and jewelry and going on vacations by yourself and vacations. And it's like, no. Self-love is being okay with being with yourself. It's being happy in your alone time because you like your own company. It's when you're in the midst of company of other people that you recognize when you're not comfortable, and you allow yourself to disengage instead of forcing yourself to stay for the comfort and well-being of someone else. Self-love is loving you enough to say, hey, I don't like this, and then doing something about it. New person, I told you, you're about to have adventures. Your relationship is about to be an adventure of love and understanding. And I'm not saying there's not going to be trials and tribulations, but the thing is that this person's going to go through them with you. You're not going to be in it alone, being observed so you can be judged. And I feel like that's a lot of your past connections, is you were with people who watched you go through things, and then they had the nerve to sit there and say, well, you know what, you didn't go through it the way I think you should have gone through it. You didn't handle it the way I think you should have handled it. You didn't survive the way I think you should have survived. And it's like, but I'm here. Like, I didn't give up. I didn't give in. I didn't call it quits. Be proud of that. But no, they're mad because, you know, if you were homeless, you didn't go to 4 shelters like they felt you should have. You only went to 1. Or you lost your job and you got another one, but the next job that you got is paying $1 less than the last one. You have a job. Like, nitpicking just to make you feel less than. I'm so sorry. My nose is itching. I know it's downloads, but goodness gracious. This future person, you are going to dream, and your ambitions are going to intertwine, and you are going, you know, Cinderella, I think it is, who sings One Day My Prince Will Come. Or maybe it's Aurora. One of the Disney princesses sings that song, right? One day my prince will come. That's your heart's desire, whether it's prince, princess, Obi-Wan Kenobi, I don't know. But your person, not the idealized person, but your person, the person that you just like, I'm going to feel safe with them. I'm going to feel seen with them. I'm going to feel encouraged by them. This person, they're on their way. And they are going to do everything in their power to help you make your dreams come true. This past person and whoever's bless me, whoever's energy, confirmation, in other words, coming. My nose is gonna turn pink. This keeps happening. Girl's not full, so I turn red here and here, and like around my mouth sometimes. Genetics, right? Whoever okay, 1, someone doesn't want you to know. And 2, it's really important that you know someone in your energy is using magic on you, whether it's I am fairly certain there's no weather, but I'm still gonna say weather because everyone's journey is different. Their person's casting magic against you because they're trying to keep you from your person. Your person is a provider and a protector, and this past person knows it, and they're trying to hold on to that. They don't like your person for your person. They like your person for what your person can provide for them. This cowlick is getting on my nerves. This past person sees how well you and your person will connect. They see the similarities. They see the potential for the future. And they do not, okay, excuse me, I'm starting to feel like I'm exposing myself. They do not want this potential to occur. You might have been experiencing stomach pains, pains in your joints, like your shoulders, your hips, your ankles, your knees, um, as because this person is sending negativity your way and it's hitting you. It's not hitting you like, but it is hitting. And so that's where the aches are coming from. And that's just your body fighting back. That's all it is. It's not indefinite, it's temporary. And you just keep doing your return to cinders and your egg cleanses and burning your candles and saging and Palo Santoing and grounding, because your spiritual health will be reflected in your physical health. Okay, I don't know what contracts, apps, homework assignments you're not looking at, but you need to read them because you're going to get yourself caught up in something because you missed something very important. Don't pay attention to the negative things that you see occurring around you right now because it's just distractions. I'm hearing a Kehlani song, distractions. And these are not distractions you asked for, because in the song that's what she's asking this person is, will you be a distraction for me? I kind of need someone to get my mind off of work and all the things I have going on. Bro, I feel that. Having someone to be your happy place when you're going through a whole bunch of other isms and schisms is a relief. It's like I can take that executive hat off for a while and just be myself. And you're going to get that with this new person. So in the past, you might have had people who were there when good things were going on, but soon as hell started breaking loose in your life, they just all vanished. And you were like, oh, well, better for me to focus on myself. But no, 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 no. No, you were supposed to have someone who was supposed to be your armor bearer. You were supposed to have someone who's going to hold a shield for you while you threw your spear. Like, you were supposed to have these people in your corner. And they said and took off. And because these people chose not to be there when you were down, like the red hen who was making the bread, and it was like, oh, you guys weren't there when I was planting and sowing and cleaning, and exactly, they weren't there in the kitchen with you. They weren't with you shooting them hoops. They weren't there while you was doing your drills. They weren't. You were on your own. And this new person recognizes your hard work, and they're like, oh, bet I'm gonna make sure no one comes in and messes up this foundation because my boo has things to do. I'm so excited for you and this future person because I just see progress and growth and legacy. Like, you're gonna be the next T.I. and Tiny buying apartment buildings in your city and, renting them for the low. You're going to be the next Beyonce and Jay-Z, the couple that everyone aspires to because you guys are mega multi-millionaires. Um, you're going to be the Denzel and Pauletta Washington, the relationship that thrives and grows in spite of where the people are. You're going to be the connection where your partner is like Sterling Brown, who's like, I will not be in a movie with someone who's not of color because I want my children to see that women that look like their mother is loved. I'm here for that. You're going to be one of those relationships that people um, put on a pedestal, and not because they idolize you, but they idealize the connection, the projection of what they see. They want that, and so it's going to cause more couples to strive and aspire to have the healthy and give and take connection that you're about to have. Here at Ghostwriter, So I may have something to do with writing speeches, writing raps, writing poetry, writing commercials. I don't know, but you guys are gonna be writing together. You're gonna be creating. I hear Empress energy, and Empress on the tarot cards is normally a pregnant individual. Well, it's not necessarily that you are going to be pregnant, but you are going to be birthing ideas. You're going to be pushing forth a new thing that's going to grow like a child, and you're going to have to shape and mold it like a parent. So if you've been hearing, oh, you're going to be pregnant, or oh, congratulations, you had a baby, it may not be a baby. It might be a business. It might be a hairstyle. It might be a food item. But whatever it is, you guys are going to come together and create it, and that creation is going to flourish. You're scared of this new person, that they're going to hurt you like everyone else has, that they're going to take and use you and discard you. They're not. Actually, they're terrified you're going to do it to them. Like, you guys are marrying each other so badly right now. And the fear, while it's real, is not justified in this situation. Your past person, when you get into this new connection, is going to be devastated because they realize that they missed out on an opportunity to be genuinely loved and genuinely happy. For those of you who don't want an actual birth living child, I'll wrap it up, especially this weekend. What you got going on? I mean, whoop, whoop, but still, wrap it up. Especially if you are planning on pleasuring someone that you have not pleasured before. Get a flavored, wrap it up. Whoever you're about to bounce wow with doesn't think you want to anymore for whatever reason, so you're gonna have to say something. you're gonna have to, like, so what's the deal, what's going on? Because they want to know, are you still down, but they're scared to ask. And you want to know, are they still down, but you're scared to ask. But I feel like you're the bolder of the two, so ask so you guys can fall in love and get this thing started, so I can hear, hey, lovely YG girl, I got married and we were only together for like a week but we've known each other for like 5 years. Lovely YG, we're engaged. We've been talking for 5 months, but we knew the first day. Like, I can't wait to hear those stories. Or lovely YG, I was in this relationship for 20 plus years and it never seemed to get to where I wanted it to go. And I met this new person, and within a week, they had already found out my favorite show and got me the t-shirt. And like, this person's going to invest in the little and big things. And you are going to feel like a new person because you've never been cherished and loved and appreciated like this. And especially for you guys, like, men tend to have it hard in relationships, and I think that's because society has taught us that men are supposed to be, strong and stoic and unemotional, and so they never get a chance to be free in that. So when you see a man being free in his love, other men talk about it, and women who have been raised in the misogynistic patriarchal world that we've grown up in have the same gaze, whether they intend for that to be the way it is or not. They do. And so they judge. And then you get guys who like up their girls, like Russell Wilson with Sierra. I was watching a reel, I think it was today, maybe yesterday, and she was talking about, how she was really slim before she got with Russell, but after she had, or not even after, while she was pregnant, he was complimenting her thickness. And that gave her a level of body positivity that she hadn't had before. And so after she had the babies, she wasn't worried about her weight because she knew that her man liked her a little thicky thick, And you would think, okay, she still doesn't need her self-esteem lifted. She's Sierra, but no, she's human. And she needed a partner who saw her and appreciated her where she was at. And it actually reminds me of a conversation. And I'm so sorry about the sniffing and stuff, but the sneezing, it released a lot of, But I was having this conversation with someone who was like, Sierra dated so many different types of people, and now she's with Russell. And I'm like, she dated people at the level of person she was at that time. As a child, she was dating Bow Wow. As a young adult, she moved on to other connections, and those connections reflected where she was as a person, mentally and emotionally, at that time period. So I should hope they were different types of people. If she was different and dating all similar people, then we would say she didn't have any growth. But she did. She changed, she evolved, and she became the person she needed to be the person that Russell needed. And he, through all his relationship changes, because I'm pretty sure I saw like a video of him when he found out he was getting on the team, and his girlfriend didn't look too happy. Just saying. I think that was him. I could be wrong. I don't like talking about celebrities and stuff like that, but I'm saying this to say that you swore you would never fall in love again. This person swore they'd never fall in love again. But you guys have grown and you have thrived in your individuality, and now you guys are both the right people for each other. And that's it. You guys are the right people for each other now. Like a month ago, no. A year ago, no. 2 years ago, no. A decade ago, no. But today, yes. Spirit is saying yes. Now, finally, you two are ready. You guys have gone through the trials and tribulations. You have been through the fire and the flood, and you have lost and lost and lost, and now it's your time to gain and grow and flourish and be the beautiful person that you are. And you're gonna be that with this person. I'm so excited for you. Okay, pull signs, and I'm gonna let you go. We have Taurus Artha. That's Artha. Taurus Artha is about material wealth, resources, and material spiritual quests. So you and this person are going to be on your spiritual journey, right? But together you guys are going to make finances, your abundance. Yay. Sixth house, we have health, wellness, and daily routines. Lifetime choices created are made up in this house. Time management habits and schedules are also affected by this. This is Virgo energy. Virgos are really put together. They like things in a linear manner. Very type A personalities. Everything needs to be A, B, C, D, and then checked off and double checked. That's this type of energy. And it's because in this house, you are constantly thinking about your health. I need to eat better. I need to exercise. I need to sleep more. Sleep's coming out again. I need to manage my time better so I can spend more time with my family, so I can make more money, so I can go on vacation. Like, these things fall within this household. We have Year of the Ox. 1949, 1961, 1973, 1985, 1997, 2009, and 2021. Lucky number is 1 and 4. Lucky color is white, yellow, or green. If you two ladies don't stop fighting, I have no idea why, but my Calco, not Calco, I don't know why I said Calco, my tuxedo feminine cats are boxing with each other. We also have Wadjet, that's Wadjet, October 28th through October 28th through November 26th. Scorpio and Libra energy. And last card, we have 10th house. Midhaven is the 10th house is your midhaven. It's often embedded in this house. Your 10th house governs your public image, your professional aspirations, career achievements. Planets in this house reveal your ambitions as an individual and the type of changes you would make in your professionalism. So, like I said, you and this person are going to create together. You're going to make things happen. So, look to where your talents are. You know, do you have a gift of gab? Are you a writer? Are you creative? Are you a builder? Are you someone who likes to tear stuff down? Like, your talents can work together. I mean, look at the Neverland fairies. You had your tinkerers, you had your fast flying fairies, you had your weather fairies, you had your flower fairies, you had your animal fairies. But without one of those fairies, you had an area that was not being tended to. You needed everything to make it work. And that's what you and this person are. Together, you guys bring forth a full set of tools. Like, you have the nails, he has the hammer. You've got the wood, she has the saw. Like, together, you guys can get the job done. Okay, again, we have 10th house, Wadjet, Scorpio, Libra, year of the ox, 6th house, and Taurus, Artha. I'm going to leave it there. I think I have one more reading in me, and I'm going to try to go to sleep because, like, it's 3:30 in the morning. Remember, you're blessed, you're highly favored, you're more than a conqueror.